Hello, this is KikaGoods. Today, let's compare different generations of Teennar. On the right is the Teennar Campus series. On the left is the Teennar Pink Early Summer series. And in the middle is Teennar High School Students Club series. They both use the BJD body. Because we've compared Teennar Campus series and Pink Early Summer series in a previous video, they use the same hairpiece and body, so we won't take out the Pink Early Summer series for comparison here. The main thing is to compare the difference between the first generation and the second generation. Let's start by examining the differences in the head. When comparing the faceplates, it's evident that the first generation's faceplate is slightly larger. Let's take a look at the swapping of hair pieces. The second generation face does not use the first generation hair film. The reverse is also true. Although it can be barely stuffed in, there is no way to fit. Moving on to the body interchange, the head from the second generation fits onto the first generation's body. However, the reverse doesn't work as well. The neck peg of the second generation is slightly larger. Now, looking at the comparison of the bodies, there's not much difference in appearance, except for a slight variation in skin tone, with the first generation appearing a bit lighter. Removing the hair for a height comparison, it seems like the second generation is slightly taller. In terms of mobility, I feel that the second generation will be better. The tightness of the tendons is more appropriate. There will be no wobble. The tendons will be a little tighter in the first generation. All will have a little bullet. Let's take a look at some of the action. There is no difference in the movement of the elbow flexion. It doesn't make a difference to bend over. The forward kick is also basically the same. The same is true for knee flexion. Oh, and I've noticed that the body of a generation is more reflective, and the second generation is matte, and the feel will be better. It is relatively easy to stand on your own. If you stand on one foot, the second generation will be easier. Squats are about the same. The kneeling posture is similar. It's the same with duck sitting. There is a big difference in the position of lying on your stomach. The upper body of the generation cannot be lifted. The reason is that the rubber band is too tight, and the range of action is not very large. There is another obvious difference. The hair pieces between the two generations can be interchanged. But the first generation is not good, and the size of the face is different between each style. Regarding the hand shape, they all have hand shapes. Let's compare them individually. The default hand shape is the same. This hand shape is the same, but it's only one side. The comparison of a generation is like this, and the second generation is like this. It's the same for this opponent. There is a hand type peculiar to the first generation, the hand shape unique to the second generation has. For clothing, they can be easily interchanged. Outfits from the first generation fit well on the second, and vice versa, creating nice combinations. That's it for the video. If you have any specific BJDs you'd like to see, please let us know in the comments.